Hi, my name is John Drux. I'm a real estate broker out of Fresno, California. I'm here with episode 16 of my documentary called Change. And I've told a few stories about my kids. And it's probably debatable whether I should be doing this. I'm trying to do it, when it comes down to doing it, I'm trying to do it for them. One, try to get a job, show that I'm not unemployable, I'm smart, I know what I'm doing. But two is I'm trying to do it for them. If I decide to go live on the beach in San Diego, and my only concern is what time the tide comes in and the tide comes out, who loses? They do. So, I'm going to tell you a little story. It's a current event in my life. I'm going to some graduation parties with my daughter. And I'm watching my daughter listen to me talk. I'm talking about fixing the housing market crisis. That I've actually talked to the National Association of Realtor President about the housing crisis and all the games being played in Fresno, California. And I'm guessing if they're being played here, they're being played throughout the country. Destroying the housing market. All under the disguise of helping people. Also okay, so I'm talking to this family where we're at for this party. And I happen to have a member of the Greatest Generation stand in front of me and join this conversation about the housing market. He wants to continue talking to me about other things then. It's like, I've been waiting to talk, get in front of someone of the Greatest Generation and tell them my thoughts. The Greatest Generation that has their kids paying their Social Security and aren't going to receive theirs. The Greatest Generation that won World War II. They're heroes, yes. My mom's last husband was a Purple Heart winner for the Korean War. Yes, he served our country. He was injured in combat. He's a hero. But let's tell the real story here, though, of the Greatest Generation. We're in World War II. There's a draft. Either you volunteer or you get drafted. So, my thinking here is, who's the real heroes? It's the kids of the day that are volunteering to go sit in the Middle East. Those are our heroes. But yet, guess what? Guess what? If we continue to sit, they're sitting ducks over there. If we continue to sit in the Middle East, guess what? This is going to turn into another Vietnam, and it probably already has when it comes down to it. They're going to come home. They're not going to be heroes. They didn't win the war. You put them in a war that they can't win. You risk their lives. And like I said, if they're not coming home in caskets, they might be coming home with no legs, no arms, and most of them that are truly in combat have been injured mentally. And we're going to be paying for this for a long time. I can tell you right now. And that's why you might as well expand the VA, because you're going to need it anyways. So, I'm talking to this member of the Greatest Generation. He's enjoying the conversation. I look over. My daughter's ready to start crying on her graduation day. Because her old man's over there talking about what's wrong with America. So, we go to graduation. All of a sudden, guess what? Now my son, and again, don't get me wrong, I have two of the finest kids there are. It's not just because they're my kids. I've been told this by other people. They're smart. So, I'm watching my daughter almost cry at the day of her graduation. My son then gets on me about that we're almost late for her graduation. And I told my son, John, you know what? I have enough people to fight in this world. Both of you are adults now. I've been waiting for, it's kind of sad, but I've been waiting for the day for my daughter to turn 18, graduate high school, so I can tell the world what I really think. So, I tell him, either you're with me or you're against me. I'm your dad. I have just given everything I have to raise my kids. I have given everything to try to keep up with the Joneses. The Joneses at the richest schools in the Central Valley of California. So, now here I am, 50 years old, no job, not going to have a retirement pretty soon. Now I'm fighting with my kids. But guess what? They're my adult kids. So, well, all I've left with my daughter basically is watch these videos and tell me I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm trying to do something with my life right now. I've waited till you graduated from high school so you don't have to go to school and say your dad is talking about us. So, my beautiful daughter, if you're listening, I'm doing this for you. Because guess what? You grew up trying to live up with the Joneses. All your friends are wealthy, the majority of them. You go out to the country clubs, to their houses. You see it. You feel bad. You have a 1997 Jeep Cherokee. Why, they're driving around in brand new cars, BMWs. You want to see a collection of cars, just go to any of the parking lots of the high schools around here. But yet those are the kids that get the scholarships. It isn't how much money you have. Again, Jeannie, my daughter, it isn't how much money you have in this world. I've told my kids several times over the years, guess what? You may be going to school with people that have more than you. And I said, actually, you have to wonder if some of these people are truly millionaires. Are they just living like millionaires? On credit cards, because you know what, I never lived like a millionaire. I don't buy myself anything. But guess what? I have credit card debt up to my ears. Actually now, I'm being told by my daughter, basically, that I need to take out a student loan. I need to get a parent student loan. Me and my ex-wife both need to get, because she didn't get the scholarships. Somehow we got to figure out how to send her to San Diego State University. Which reminds me of another kind of funny story at the same graduation party. All of a sudden it starts being brought up where all these rich kids are going to school. They're going to school across the street at Will International. My daughter, come hell or high water, is going to San Diego State. I'll do what I can. I will sign my name because guess what? I don't know if I'll be here in 5 years. I don't know if I'll have any money left. I don't know if this, to be honest with you, if this world keeps continuing, I don't know if this world's going to be here in 5 years. So yes, I'll sign my name. And actually, it's one of the reasons why I'm debating whether I should start paying for my house right now after 23 years of perfect payments. Because I'm applying for a student loan. I told my daughter, I need a student loan like I need a hole in the head. If I'm going to be signing any student loans, it should be for me to go back to law school. Something where maybe I can change this world or sue them. Which gets me back to the point, though, you walk into any public thing in this country, public schools, public hospitals, if we ever get one, public anything, you can't sue them. So, again, I love my kids. I love my kids more than I love myself at this point. But my son didn't fall into the trap, into the money trap. Somehow, they're better than you. They're not better than you. They're richer than you, or at least they live like they're richer than you, but they're not better than you. Again, going back to the conversation I had with my kids over the years, going to the best schools, the richest schools, is you are getting the same education as the millionaires' kids. You're just as good looking. Actually, you might be better looking than some of the rich kids. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It's who you are. It doesn't matter. So, I guess good. So, getting the same education, just as good looking. Guess what? You're just as smart. Because it all goes back to my original theory that just because you're rich doesn't make you smart. My kids, they have an old man that's going broke, okay? Living amongst millionaires. But guess what? You're just as good as they are. Take a lesson from the old man. Stand up what you believe in. Tell it like it is. Don't worry about the sharks. So again, my documentary is called Change. Please keep listening, because there's plenty to change in America. Thank you for listening.